What is Celestia hiding? In this video, I will give you my take on Celestia's truth and lies based on real-life references that MiHoYo used to create Genshin Impact. It starts right now. What is the true meaning of this world? Before I give you my theory on this subject, I think it's best for me to describe where I'm getting this information from. MiHoYo bases a lot of things in Genshin Impact from the concept of Gnosticism. Gnosticism goes something like this. There is the original god, known as the monad. For our sanity, let's call this god Big Daddy. Big Daddy creates aeons, giving them similar divine powers. One of these aeons, called Sophia, creates Demiurge. Again, for simplicity's sake, let's call Demiurge the fake god. Like the aeons, the fake god was also given divine powers. But after creating this fake god, Sophia becomes disgusted. She seals and casts away the fake god from the spiritual universe. Since this fake god never saw any other divine beings, he believes that he's Big Daddy. So, the fake god creates the mortal realm and humanity. But just like Big Daddy and Sophia, the fake god unknowingly gives humans the potential for divinity. The whole premise of Gnosticism is this. If humans become knowing and achieve gnosis or understanding, they themselves can become divine beings. Now here's the problem. After creating the mortal realm, the fake god feels threatened. Why? Because humans keep trying to achieve godhood through knowledge. So, the fake god creates archons, and archons are given a job to preside over humanity and present obstacles so that humans will stay oblivious and do not reach the knowledge to become divine beings themselves. And upon seeing this, Big Daddy felt bad and sends two aeons, male and female pair, to help humans achieve the knowledge and become divine beings. Doesn't this sound vaguely familiar? Now let's take a few points from Gnosticism to answer some questions for the reasons why I believe Celestia is all a lie. The fake god has an inferiority complex. He realizes that if humans achieve the understanding, they can ascend to be on the same level as himself. So, to stop this from happening, the fake god uses archons to divert humans from achieving the knowledge, throwing humans a bait with a false promise. Now, if we refer back to Venti's dialogue, he describes the Archon's job to preside over or watch over their associated region and its people. If I take this and push it to the extreme, it could also mean to keep an eye on humanity. But in the case of Barbatos, he seems to disagree with this idea and instead gives people of Mondstadt freedom. Which is the reason why Barbatos is so weak. And maybe also this is the reason why Barbatos and Rex Lapis are okay to simply retire from the status of Archons, possibly because they don't agree with the fake god's ideals. Now let's say this is true. The fake god is trying to trick humans and deter them from ascending. How is he doing it? What is the bait and the false promise? You might think I'm crazy and I'm reaching really far, but please let me explain. Gnosis in Chinese means heart of God, knowledge and understanding of divinity and the truth, something all archons know and were given to them along with the status of being archons. Visions, on the other hand, is translated the eye of God. In my hypothesis, visions are tools given to certain humans by the gods. These visions are used to keep an eye on certain individuals and to divert them from the truth that Celestia is fabricated. Now, do I have anything to back up this ridiculous claim? What do I mean Celestia is fabricated? Upon further research, I noticed many strange things regarding Celestia. In this shot of Celestia in the manga, when Vanessa ascended, we actually get to see what's inside Celestia. Now to humans, Celestia is heaven. But when we look at this image, this doesn't really reflect my idea of heaven. Vanessa's reaction seems to portray a mixture of emotions as well. Rather than being heavenly, this image seems to reflect the opposite, a prison, or to be specific, a panopticon. The concept of the panopticon originated in the 18th century. The idea is simple: an institution to observe all things from a singular location. If my theory of visions, being a diversion or a bait, is correct, these visions are used by the fake god to keep an eye on certain individuals. If the fake god feels threatened by this individual, they are ascended into Celestia, a prison. To add to the theory of panopticon, during our dialogue with Ningguang at the Jade Chamber, she speaks of the Jade Chamber as a tool to oversee everything in Leeway. Similarly, Celestia accomplishes the same thing, keeping an eye over the entirety of Teyvat. Now this might sound a bit dark, it may even sound like a conspiracy theory, but if you keep this theory in your mind, the following dialogues by Daneslave from the Travail trailer starts to make sense.
The war has already begun. It is just a continuation of past battles.
This refers to humanity's continuous struggle to uncover the truth, as they are constantly shut down by the fake god as the cyclical life of this world continues.
The gods goad us on with the promise of their 7 treasures, rewards for the worthy, the doorway to divinity.
The 7 treasures meaning the 7 elemental visions. The gods claim that this is for the worthy and for those who can ascend, which I am theorizing that this is nothing but a lie and a bait.
Yet buried in the depths of this world lies smoldering remains, a warning to those that dare trespass.
This references that the truth lies within the abyss, a warning of what happens if you attempt to challenge the gods.
That throne in the sky is not reserved for you.
This phrase is quoted by Daneslave, referring to someone else talking, possibly quoting the sustainer or the fake god talking to Aether or humanity.
But mortal arrogation never stops.
This obviously referring to the idea that humans repeatedly continue to question the gods and seek the truth. Skipping past few dialogues, Daneslave continues.
In the perpetual meantime of a sheltered eternity, most are content to live and not to dream.
This sheltered eternity representing the fabricated bubble of this world, where some continues to stay ignorant and live their lives under the fabricated lies of Celestia.
But in the hidden corners where the god's gaze does not fall, there are those who dream of dreaming.
In Daneslave's words, hidden corners representing Kenria, where the people continue to fight in hopes to reform this world.
Some say a few are chosen and the rest are dregs. But I say we humans have our humanity.
Daneslave is suggesting that humans can take control of their own fate not predestined by the gods. Whether my theory is right or wrong will be only determined with time. However, I feel that this is making way too much sense. The Daneslave continues. He asks us to step forth if we understood the meaning of our journey, telling us to defeat him and command him to move aside. What exactly is the meaning of our journey? What is the last thing that needs to be accomplished? Why does he want us to defeat him?